There's a thing I was thinking about with culture, and as I was leaving my building, saw a young man attempting to stay warm. Yeah, poor fellow looks like he was freaking freezing. So something I was thinking about, one of the things that has caused the Democrats to have the outcomes they have. You see, the Republicans are not getting involved in culture in the way of saying, yes, your culture operates this way, but it should operate like this. Democrats don't really get that both in international relations. My example of this I keep going back to was either his Vault 7 or DNC leaks. All the stuff that was going on with Turkey, that the Democratic Party was trying to fiddle-faddle with the fundamental nature of the Erdogan kind of anti-Kemalist political movement that he has going. People want to say it's Islamist, but it's anti-Kemalist. It's against Kemal Ataturk. Because Kemal Ataturk, he liked the idea of really having the state have power over Islam. Fundamentally, it's based on early prototype of fascism. And Europe, that's why Germany has never really had a problem with Ataturk's model, because they already had, they exchanged a lot of ideas. And so there's these people within the German-Turkish kind of milieu that like keep that system intact. And Erdogan has been fracturing that slowly. And it's its own super complicated stuff that I don't understand. I always have to consult people like Semyogog for that. But trying to stick their dick in the culture. One thing that we had where the Democrats tried to do this, but it showed their misunderstanding of American culture, is when they had all these actors and actresses do this ad campaign about how dangerous it was to elect Donald Trump and blah, blah, blah. And then literally Rosie O'Donnell says, we are the culture. We are your storytellers. As if like we know them. As if they're our friends. I mean, like the way it was so obvious, like how this was a bunch of people who pretend to be other people, who lie to you, that what their whole thing is that they just kind of they're playing make-believe, and it was such an insult. Like you guys have been making shittier and shittier and shittier movies, and now to know, we didn't even consult the cultural books upon which these comic book movies were made. Which, of course, then makes us understand, no, they didn't consult a lot of the books of Star Wars either. Because that would have been having a rapport with the culture and telling the culture's stories on the big screen. They don't do that. They don't, that's not what they're doing. And they've completely, as a political culture, the Democrats, the liberals have completely misunderstood this. And it's like when they made those rap videos to get the COVID shot, I mean, like those were so unbelievably whack. And then on top of it, it showed like, don't you know that black people think that you're going to make them take a drug that's going to kill them? Like, I mean, don't you understand? Like, that's a widely believed idea. Like, this is widely understood to be a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory of the right. Apparently confirmed. October 7th, Gab's services are suddenly working completely uninterrupted. The joke was that Poll Board was uninterrupted. But now Torba is like, no, absolutely. We have very few DDoS attacks, everything. And the more we shut out Israel, the less we have of anti-Semitic and crazy porn stuff being posted to the website. The conservatives, the right, the Republicans are going to have to start understanding. No, Israel has its own interests. And they mess with the right wing for no fucking good reason. Because these guys are having too much fun online. They don't like it. People better, yeah. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. This is starting as a drip, and I believe it's going to become a flow.